Alright guys, welcome back to All of the Above. I'm on the last mission, which is basically a pickup mission called, yeah, Galaxy at Large. Basically all you have to do is warp to the designated location. There you go. I'm still waking up, so kind of forgive me on that one. And then talk to, I think it was Admiral Quinn, and then you get a couple of kind of don't really get much. It's just XP and some credits. All right, but we're gonna do an actual mission. We're gonna be starting up on the Romulan Empire, I believe. Oh, look at all those ships. Oh man, let's just take like a wider look. Yeah, it's pretty amazing how many ships there are in the game so far, and not just Starfleet. You have like Romulan ships, you have Klingon ships, you have Dominion ships, you have Catane ships, Andorian ships. The list goes on. Oh shoot! There we go. There's. Eh, don't know where I was going with that one. Admiral Quinn, and we go down the list to Galaxy at Large.
Excellent work so far, so I want to expand the range of your mission profiles. There are trouble spots all over the galaxy. A good Starfleet captain never shies from engaging with trouble and trying to solve problems. Within the bounds of the Prime Directive, of course. You'll find patrols at systems scattered all across the quadrant, where enemy ships or local problems need help. We also have trouble spots in other parts of the galaxy, such as Nimbus 3, Drozana Station, and the Defera system. Check into these kinds of trouble spots, as time permits.
Understood, Admiral. Alright, so we just finished up the Klingon War. That's awesome. Alright. We're only level 8. We still haven't gotten our ship yet. Oh, man. Just double checking the gear here. Oh. I'm not sure if that's better than the one that I have right now. I'm going to equip the regenerative. Alright, so we got that. It's all set. That's all set. I'm sorry about this, guys. Oh. Oh, yeah, we already... Yeah. Yeah, Romulan Mystery. My bad. Alright, so it's the Romulan Mystery. Let's go to heading out.
Pick up Damar Khan on Starbase 114 and bring him to Starbase 39 Sierra. Starbase 114 is located in the Celis system in the Beta Quadrant.
Alright, that should be a pretty easy mission. Alright, pick up Damar Khan. Or Kane? Damar Kane? Alright, so this one is just going to beam up. I think he should be available right next to the Earth space dock. Don't make the mistake and hit transwarp. It's kind of a waste of time. And because for some reason, when you hit transwarp on this mission, it brings you just out of reach of the Sol system. So you have to move in close just to pick him up. And then you have to wait for your ship to stop and then pick him up. It's kind of a little bit monotonous. This is kind of like a staggered video. I'm sorry, guys.
Hello! Admiral Quinn told me that you would be available to take me to Starbase 39 Sierra. From there, I'm going to the Hobus system. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about that area. Fascinating place. I've made it my life's work. This life, anyway.
Alright.
Packed and ready. The USS Tucker is waiting for me at the Starbase. They'll be taking me to the Hobus system. Maybe this time we'll find the clues we need to solve this mystery. Goodbye.
Alright, now that we picked them up, we can hit transwarp. Transwarp's going to be best friend. Unless you really want to visualize the map and kind of get it.
Romulans were once a passionate, vibrant species, but the loss of their homeworld has left them in ashes. The survivors of the Cataclysm have gathered under the banner of Empress Sela. She has sought out new allies from the Delta Quadrant in an attempt to rebuild the Romulans' former might. And now, she seeks revenge for a lost world and a broken people.
Alright.
Thank you for your assistance. Is there anything else you want to know?
Are you scared to go into the Romulan space?
Never! The crew of the Tucker can handle anything the Romulans can throw at us. Besides, you can only learn so much from sensors and probes. To really understand the Hobus system, we need to be there.
What else can you tell us about the Romulan space?
The Romulans are touchy. Watch what you say or you'll be in for a fight. The Remans don't even bother talking before they fire, so I think they're more dangerous than the Romulans. Sela's found some new allies too. They're from the Delta Quadrant, but I don't know much about them.
What should I do now?
Wish me luck. Oh, and I'd check in with Admiral Tenay before you leave. She might have new orders for you. Goodbye.
Alright. Off to the no, yeah. Aren't we here? Oh, Sierra. Right. I'm so like they changed this mission up a little bit because like originally you had to fly towards the starbase and then beam them down, and now you can just kind of skip all that. I think. Not now. I guess the best thing to do is depart. Oh, I know what that is. That can... Drop that. Get out of here. Not a real mission. Yeah, you can get side quests in this game as well. There's like different types of red alerts that you can do. Basically, they're just go in and shoot everything most of the time. You also have like other missions you can pick up as well. I'll stress that in a little bit later, but for now, let's go to Empress
You may
Sela.
have heard about the tragedy at Khitomer. Empress Sela attempted to disrupt the conference with a bomb, resulting in the death of Commander Temer. Now, Sela is offering a political reconciliation with the Federation, despite the fact that we have allied with the Romulan Republic. She has invited Federation diplomats to meet with her delegation at a secure base on the edge of the neutral zone. However, we have recently received intelligence that Sela is amassing a fleet. We are sending you with the peace delegation as cover for your investigation into Sela's activities. This is a very delicate situation. You must try to covertly obtain information about Sela's plans without disrupting our peace efforts or upsetting Sela. However, we do have an agent in her retinue who will help you. I have new missions for you.
Alright, so from my experience, it's actually not that hard to make Sela angry. And no matter what you do, no matter how covert you are, she somehow figures out what you did. And even then, you don't really get reprimanded for it. It's more or less, yeah, Sela did something wrong, and you did what you could. Alright, let's do this. Alright, on screen.
Greetings and welcome to Agrama. I am pleased that Starfleet sends such a notable officer as its representative at this conference. Please enter a standard orbit and transport down to these coordinates. This meeting may mark the beginning of a new day for the Federation and the Romulan Star Empire.
I hope we can find a path to peace. There has been too much conflict between our peoples. Alright, so as you can tell, if you're a fan of Star Trek, you can notice that there are certain actors they got for this game to specifically do the voices of each character they represent. It's actually pretty cool. Sadly, some of them have passed away and they no longer have any more dialogue, but you can still hear their voices to this day. Away team, assemble the transporter room 1. Alright, so I need a science officer with me. Alright, there we go. All 3 colors. Alright, so if you haven't already noticed, tactical is all about like gunning down, taking them out, doing as much damage as possible. Science is more or less healing and debuffing, and causing ailments to enemies, as well as like support. So they're kind of the healer, but they're also DPS. So it's actually kind of a cool combination. And now, I don't know where they were going with Engineer, but it is so much fun. Like, especially when you get up there. On the ground, Engineers have this thing where you can just load up minefields, like just drop 2 of them, and you have like a whole bunch of mines just laid out. Then you could drop a turret, activate drones, you can throw down shields, healing, all that kind of stuff. Like, they're also, I would say, I would classify them more or less as a paladin. So they're sort of tanky, but they're also about field coverage. I'm going to do a little bit more research and figure it out, but so far that's what I've gathered. Anyway, on to talking to Sela.
The rest of the delegates are already in the conference room. My aide, Jevon, will take you there. I have some business to attend to before we begin.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Empress. I look forward to a productive conversation. And then we just meet up with the delegates in the office over here. I usually just jump the table, but I'm going to be a little bit respectful here.
I thought the Federation's alliance with the Romulan Republic would be the end of any meaningful dialogues with Empress Sela.
Yeah.
After all, she considers the Republic to be a terrorist organization. She may have an ulterior motive for inviting us here, but we had to take the chance that Sela's offer to negotiate is sincere and act in kind. The Federation must pursue every avenue for peace.
Agreed, Ambassador. Maybe she's seen how pointless this conflict is.
The Romulans can be so difficult to deal with, especially these Imperials. They are forever setting traps, twisting words, and jockeying for advantage. Even a conference with the Klingons would be preferable. At least you know where you stand with Klingons.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of a line I read once in an ancient Earth text. Hide a knife behind a smile. Every smile here hides a knife.
I'll be on my guard.
We are so pleased that you were able to attend our conference. The Empire was quite dismayed at your decision to support the terrorist insurgents rather than the rightful government of the Romulan people. So much for your vaunted Prime Directive. In any case, neither of us benefit from extended conflict. So despite your questionable alliances, we are choosing to open negotiations in hopes of normalizing relations between the Federation and the Romulan Star Empire.
Let us consider today as the first step towards the lasting accord. Okay, I like the Romulans, not so much the Star Empire. They, like one of them just said, they twist words, they look for things to get mad at. They don't see eye to eye. They just want conflict. They want, well, not so much conflict, subjugation, I think. I don't know. They just want to rule with an iron fist, no question asked. It's kind of annoying.
It is agreeable to meet with you. You have my people's enduring gratitude for how you handled that matter with Ambassador Soketh. This is another trying time for Vulcan. The Romulan Star Empire blames the Vulcan Science Academy for the Hobus supernova that destroyed their world. They are utterly intransigent in this misguided belief, despite the fact that Ambassador Spock warned them of the danger and ultimately gave his life to stop the loss of even more worlds. Romulans are a most illogical people. Sometimes I find it hard to believe we were once a single species.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Branch off.
Welcome to Agrama. Isn't this a lovely facility? You must tour the atrium later. Hard to believe this system was infested by Orion pirates not long ago. You know, some of my colleagues were against this meeting, but I lobbied for it. I said the entire Federation cannot be as blind as the people who were at the farce at Kittimer. If you just see the problems the Romulan Republic are causing, I'm sure you can persuade your government to reconsider their rash choice and sever their agreements with these rebels.
It'll take more than a warm welcome to make us change our minds about the Republic, Counselor.
I am so pleased to see the Federation recognize and attempt to rectify its past mistakes. I knew that a people as clever as yours would realize eventually that it is folly to antagonize the Romulan Star Empire. I am also confident it will only be a matter of time before you realize that you have made a grievous error by allying yourselves with terrorists, scoundrels, and thieves. The sooner you renounce your poorly considered alliance with the so-called Romulan Republic, the sooner we will be able to come to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
I can only say that I'm glad that we've taken the first step. They're so...
I apologize for the interruption. My name is Tokav. I am one of the stewards here. We've had a slight complication with the dietary requirements of some of your delegation. Could I borrow you for a moment so we can clear this up?
I guess so, but I'm not sure how much help I can be. So, the Romulan Star Empire, from my experience, has always been sort of placing the blame on others rather than seeing their own discretions. It's really annoying.
Franklin Drake says you can be trusted, and that is enough for me. There's more going on here than a diplomatic conference. Sela has no interest in courting the Federation. So why is she suddenly doing so now? We're going to find out what she's up to.
What do you propose?
The lower level of this facility is off limits to everyone but the Empress and her aides. But that access hatch right over there opens up to a maintenance tunnel that leads down. The doorway is guarded. So while I distract the guards, you sneak through the door.
Lead the way. Alright, so there's not a whole lot of sneaking to this. I'll show you. So as soon as he gets over here, these guards are going to walk down over towards him and this door will open. Right now, I am standing literally right between the guards. That's not suspicious at all. Yeah, there we go. And you just walk right in?
The hatch is just ahead in the northeast corner of the room. There will be a security room near the exit of the maintenance tunnel on the level below us. Access one of the consoles there. Maybe you'll learn more about what she's doing. I need to get back to the reception before I'm missed. But I should be able to cover your absence for a few minutes. More than that, and you're on your own.
Yeah, I hope they do an update on these missions soon. It's so silly that you could do that. I kind of wish they made it more like, you know, if you get too close, they'll remind you to step away or something like that. And if you get too violent, then they attack you and then you have to do a whole different route. Alright, download logs. Alright, so we're gonna try to do this right the first time. Storage facility camera.
Empress, the fleet is on its way to Vulcan.
Excellent. Have the weapons loaded aboard my ship. I will depart as soon as they are on board. At last, we will have our revenge for the destruction of Romulus. Hail Hakiv and put him through to my personal terminal. Then leave me. I have matters to attend to.
Yes, Empress.
Yeah, she's up to no good. Office camera.
Computer, begin playback of file 2895 Gamma.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. 21 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed.
Computer, end file. I cannot suffer more of that arrogant fool. Soon, Vulcan will suffer the same fate as my world.
It wasn't even their fault. God. Alright, so we just did security camera, so activate communications.
I have Hakiv, Empress.
Patch him through.
Greetings, Empress.
My fleet has launched for Vulcan. I expect you to rendezvous with us there.
Alas, I must disappoint you. The terrorist cells of the Romulan Republic demand my full attention. Kittimer did not go as planned. Now they have powerful allies, and with Taurus missing.
Spare me your excuses, Hakiv. Nothing is more important than avenging the destruction of our homeworld. You disappoint me, Hakiv. I trust you will not do so again.
And then disable transport inhibitor. There we go. Why is there a transport inhibitor in a conference? I don't know. Oh. Yeah, if you rush into putting down spatial charges, you kind of wig out. By the way, just give it a couple of seconds. Bam. Fix. So here would be a good time to be an engineer. So what I'm going to show you is pass the spatial charge for now. And what you're going to do is pop some mines right about here. And then set up a turret here in the doorway. Trust me on that one. Alright, now that we got the spatial charges down,
I should have known the Federation would send spies instead of diplomats. And you call us treacherous. No matter. You may have destroyed these weapons, but my fleet is already en route to Vulcan. You cannot stop what has begun. Guards! Capture the intruders!
unless they changed the position. Yeah, no, they didn't. Alright.
Whatever you did down there, it made quite an impression. Good work on disabling the transport inhibitor. Your ambassadors are safely back on their ships, but I had to blow my cover to get them there. Now it's time for me to get out while I still can. Farewell.
Thanks for your help, Toketh. I hope we meet again. Beam up. Alright, initiate feedback pulse. So we have a couple of not sure what they are. Energy dampening satellite. Okay, there we go. It's right there. So stay a few feet back. Activate your abilities.
Thank you for rescuing us.
Pull forward just a little bit. Alright, so if you haven't noticed already, they kind of implode and explode on you. That's why I say stay back a few feet. Alright, so that's still on recharge. Just smash them.
I thought we'd never be free of that blasted field. I'm gonna recommend you get a commendation.
Alright, now that we got those two down, we just have Gamma left. And then we have to warp to Vulcan.
I would not have believed anyone capable of this treachery, even Caesar.
Let's get some distance. She's gonna keep throwing heavy torpedoes at me. I'd rather be able to shoot them down in time. Let's hit some in base maneuver there. There we go. That wasn't too hard, was it? I hope not.
I had not expected to hear from you so soon. Was your mission successful?
Sheila has launched an attack fleet, and her target is Vulcan.
I should have expected as much. You cannot trust them. I never do. I am contacting all available ships. We will meet you there.
Good luck, Admiral. Alright, warp to Vulcan. Yes, Sheila is kind of a conniving character. I say kind of,
Thanks to your warning, we were able to divert some ships to defend Vulcan. I have come to personally command the defense. The other forces have already been briefed. Your role in this battle will be to defend the science vessels that have set up a tachyon detection grid to detect any cloaked Romulan ships. We cannot allow any enemy ships to slip through.
Understood, Admiral.
The ships maintaining the grid will be priority targets for the Romulans, but they must remain in position or the grid will collapse. That is why I need you to protect them.
Alright, so the first one they're gonna attack is pretty close by. I think it's down here, if I recall right.
How can you fight what you cannot see? Surrender now, and I may give you a merciful death.
Our tachyon detection grid has revealed scout ships attempting to penetrate the perimeter.
Yep, and there they are. Alright, let's take them out.
Your attempts to interfere are meaningless. Vulcan must pay for its crimes.
Yeah, try to avoid those if you can. If you can't, well, you don't take a whole lot of damage, but it does hurt a little bit if you're not ready for it.
You cannot oppose the will of the Romulan people. We are eternal. All forces turn. Advance and destroy them.
Sela has launched her assault. Science vessels, maintain formation. All other forces converge on the Romulan fleet.
Alright, there we go. That's the rest of the fleet that's attacking the formation. Let's go and help them out. Yeah, try not to dip into the battle too soon. Just keep your distance, aim for one at a time, and try to focus on the lighter ships. If they happen to be a heavy ship that's attacking you, then yeah, I would focus on it.
fine.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll follow your lead.
There's just so much going on right now. It's crazy. Everybody's just converging on the Lethal. Leval. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Yeah, that hurt. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, evasive maneuvers. Let's get out of there. They're focusing on me right now.
You may have won this day, but the fight will continue. Romulus will be avenged. There will be blood for blood, death for death. My world is gone. I will not rest until Vulcan suffers the same fate.
Vulcan is not to blame, Sela. The Federation wants peace with their people.
Indeed. Then why does Starfleet use ships equipped with weapons of mass destruction? Why did the Vulcan Science Council willfully refuse to assist us when there was a chance to save our world? Every sorrow in my life can be laid at the feet of the Federation.
You're blinded by anger and grief. I hope you can see the truth before it's too late. I'm detecting some unusual energy signatures from some of the debris around the vessel, sir. Move us in closer, scan the debris. Alright, so the debris is like right there. It's just hard to see. Borg. Something to look into. And then we can depart, and then that's the end of that mission. Yeah, most of the Romulan missions have a lot of love and story to them. But it's mostly just, you blew up, you didn't help our planet, no, it's your fault. And it's like, yeah, we did try to help, and it's not what you think. Alright, let's get some more armor.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Ah, we're so close to level 10. Alright, so the next mission, I believe, is Desperate Measures, but I want to make sure that I'm yeah, there we go. I'm going to accept the mission. Alright. And add some skills points here. Probably do some hull restoration. That helps, especially when you're damaged and you need a minute. Let's see. Alright, there we go. So this will increase us by another 0.5, and same with that one. Alright. So that's all the time that I have for now. I will see you guys in the next video, but for now, peace.